Are you paying attention to what's going on in Spain? We touched on it last week, and there have been significant changes since then. So we want to bring this back up just so you're informed. Remember, the women's team, the Spanish women's team, won the World Cup. During the course of the celebration, the president of Spain soccer, Luis Rubiales, he kissed Jenny Hermoso on the lips, and it became a thing. He was then going to resign. He goes to the podium to resign, and he goes full Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. A deal is done, and he's looking out at his people. He's looking out at his mother, his family, his supporters. And in the middle of the press conference where he's going to resign, he says, you know what? I changed my mind. I can't imitate Leonardo DiCaprio, but I could try. Remember when he put his teeth up and his lips? If you're watching this on Nothing Personal with David Samson YouTube channel, he sort of went like this. Went crazy. And then changed his mind. I'm never leaving. They're going to have to drag me away. And guess what? Jordan Belfort was dragged away. So the Spain soccer president, Rubiales, resigned. Said he wouldn't resign. His mother is currently doing a hunger strike because she's so angry and upset of the way he's been treated. Meanwhile, Jenny Hermoso is being slandered, libeled, dragged through it, pressured, disgustingly pressured. She actually released a statement where she denied two things. One, that this guy, Rubiales, who's now claiming, hey, it was consensual. When you're congratulating someone, did he stop pre-kiss and say, excuse me, can I kiss you on the lips? Thank you. Do you ever do that? Hi, you should do that. Would you mind if I kiss you hello on the cheek? Generally, when you don't know someone well enough, you extend your hand, sometimes your fist, sometimes you bow. But going in for a lip kiss, there's no time for consent about that. But they are pressuring her. They're pressuring her to say that she consented. She had to release a statement saying that no one should be the victim of this type of non-consensual behavior. She said, I felt vulnerable and the victim of aggression, an impulsive sexist act which was out of place and with no consent on my behalf, while accusing the Football Federation of pressuring her to both excuse and justify his actions. Why is this the hill that they're choosing to die on? And believe me, it's quite a hill. There are threats going on. The men's soccer teams are getting involved. I wonder whether or not we're going to see a change in Spain, a change in UEFA, whether or not it ends with a new president for the Spanish Federation. And then I got to thinking of what we would be doing here in America and whether or not that's different than what they would do in Europe or in Spain, where people stand on cancel, where people stand on inappropriate touch, inappropriate behavior. What is the inflection point when you've gone too far, done too much? Each community is supposed to decide, each culture, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Hiding behind cultural norms, hiding behind fake consent, hiding behind post-action explanations. If you need to take a microphone and explain that what you did was right, then the odds are it wasn't. And this is not me saying that I don't believe in innocence until proven guilty, because you know I do. That was the beginning of the show. But when there is something so black and white, there is no investigation or discussion needed. He did something physically inappropriate to her. The only reason he's arguing consent It's like a back injury to go on the IL in baseball. Can't really prove it, but we can say it and no one will say anything back. The problem is, in this scenario, people are not letting it go. His mother can hunger strike all she wants. There is only one way that this ends. Wait to see is when I tell you something's going to happen. If it does, I'll revisit it. If it doesn't, I'll revisit it. Spain's soccer president will not return as the president of the federation. Period. He's finished, and he should be, and people there should be ashamed.